a tragic event unfolded involving Natalia Fraticelli, a 15-year-old girl who suffered from epilepsy. Natalia had gone to a friend's house, intending to spend the night there. However, at around 7 in the evening, she decided to return home. Upon arriving, she found only her mother, Graciela, present, as her brother Frank had gone to their grandmother's house, and her father, Carlos Fraticelli, who was a judge in the Criminal Investigation Department, was staying at a hotel with his mistress. The revelation of her father's affair would come to light much later. Natalia went to her room, and little did anyone know that it would be the last time she would be seen alive. The following morning, around 8 a.m. on May 20th, one of her parents went to her room and discovered Natalia lying dead in her bed. She had 2 green grocery bags placed on her head. There was a scarf resting on her neck, and silk scarves lightly tied around each wrist with 3 knots, without exerting much pressure. Adjacent to her, there was a bottle of antidepressant pills. Her father, who happened to be present at the scene, quickly called a coroner who arrived within 30 minutes. The doctor concluded that Natalia had already been dead for several hours. While the evidence suggested that she had been strangled and that it was a crime, the presence of the pills did not align with this narrative. As a result, the autopsy was ordered to further investigate the cause of Natalia's death. The first specialist to analyze the body, Ulysses Cardoso, concluded that it was a suicide resulting from the ingestion of prescription pills. He emphasized the absence of signs of violence. However, it was during the autopsy that suspicions fell on the parents, as they were the only people in the house at the time of Natalia's death. During the autopsy, the examiners found no external signs of trauma, but they discovered a bruise behind Natalia's tongue. Luis Pettinari, one of the experts conducting the autopsy, noted that the hyoid bone in the neck was brittle and typically breaks in 99% of strangulation cases. They also observed additional bruises on the back, larynx, and foam coming from the nose, confirming that she had been strangled. As a result, both Graciela and Carlos were accused of killing their daughter, and Carlos was removed from his position as a judge. Soon after the indictment, there was a growing insistence from the public that the married couple had killed their daughter. People believed that Natalia's presence prevented them from achieving the social status they desired and brought them embarrassment. There were also rumors circulating that the couple had previously attempted to kill Natalia 4 years prior when she was in a coma. Despite 2 years of twists, turns, and unresolved doubts, on May 14th, Carlos Fraticelli and his wife Graciela Diezer were sentenced to life in prison. Despite the defense attorney's insistence on the suicide theory, claiming that Natalia's death was a result of medication intake, their appeals were consistently rejected. They argued that Natalia was depressed due to being ignored by a boy she liked, which led her to take antidepressants. Years later, in 2006, it was confirmed that the hyoid bone fracture, which supported the strangulation hypothesis, had been a result of error by Dr. Pettinari during the autopsy. New research emerged revealing that the use of antidepressants by Natalia, considering her health condition, had caused cardiac arrest and death through seizures. These seizures generated bruises at the base of the tongue, behind the larynx, and foam in the nose and mouth, supporting the theory of an adverse reaction to the medication rather than a deliberate act of strangulation. Therefore, the Supreme Court of Justice of the nation acknowledged that there were irregularities in the trial process. They ordered a new trial and declared the life sentence void. The reason behind this decision was that the judges who participated in the investigation were the same ones who had issued the original sentence. This lack of impartiality meant that they had formed opinions before resolving the case. As a result, in 2006 the couple was released from prison on probation. Carlos and Graciela went on to live separate lives. Finally, in 2009, they were definitively acquitted of the case, bringing an end to the legal proceedings. In 2012, Natalia's mother was found dead in the bathtub of her house, and it was determined that she had taken her own life. 4 letters were discovered in which she explained everything. In one of the letters, she mentioned Natalia, expressing that she felt visited by her every night and couldn't bear the loneliness anymore. Her act was seen as a way to be with her daughter. The Fraticelli case, without a doubt, remains a pivotal case that was judiciously resolved as a suicide. However, to this day, there is still limited explanation as to why the scarves or handkerchief were found on Natalia's body. If you have any thoughts or opinions, please let us know in the comments section. Till next time.